Getting over an illness. I'll be my reward for later. Thank you. I'm going to read off my notes because I'm super nervous with public speaking, but I'm looking forward to this opportunity to kind of work on those skills. Thank you. So first of all, thanks Alfred for the wonderful introduction. I have been blessed and fortunate enough to get to know Alfred a lot over the past couple months, working with him on events surrounding community building, and it's been a wonderful opportunity. And thank you to the rest of the Halifax Social Network team for having me tonight. I really appreciate it. Sean, Meech, Laura, Ruth, you guys are all wonderful, and I love everything that you're doing and everything that you stand for, and thank you so much for creating this space for us all to be here tonight.
Aw, thanks.
You're welcome. So with that out of the way, and thank you to everyone also for coming and giving me this opportunity to speak to you tonight, I'm going to jump right into it. So first, I'm going to start with the fact that I struggled a lot for a while trying to find my purpose. It's an experience that I think a lot of us have known and have come out the other side stronger and more determined and dedicated humans for it. But it definitely was difficult for me at times, and something that meant that my mental health struggled. I think that a part of me always knew kind of what I wanted to do and what role I wanted to play in life and what direction I wanted to go in. But the biggest barrier for me was not feeling that I had the confidence to actually achieve those goals. So for about a decade, I jumped around a lot in education, from kind of stone to stone along an uncertain path in education, from graphic design to journalism, and then psychology to fashion design, and then also in my professional life within different sectors of the hospitality industry. So from retail to retail to salon and spa, back again twice. And then also from restaurants and bars to hotels. I kind of held a lot of different positions in a lot of different roles, and with each new direction I took or job title I was given, I felt that I was moving forward at the time, but I continually also felt that I was lost and that I didn't have the experience of that sense of purpose. So I was left feeling very anxious and oftentimes depressed. And that was a big struggle for me. And I think, again, that's something else that we all here have in common or have experienced at some point in our lives. And I'm happy to see you all here tonight. And I hope that you know that whatever your struggle is, that there is support and that there are ways to grow from those experiences and find your path and find your light and make a difference and impact the way that I know most of you are currently doing in this room, which is really great. So over time, with a lot of help from dear friends and a lot of self-reflection and care, that changed for me. And I learned that for me it is absolutely necessary to pursue a professional career that allows me to align my personal values with the work that I'm doing day to day to make a living, which again, something I know we all share. So I made a decision about a year and a half ago to go through a career shift, and I started working in nonprofit. Most recently and currently, I hold a position at the YMCA of Greater Halifax, Dartmouth. I'm working as their campaign coordinator for the new John W. Lindsay YMCA that's going to be opening in fall 2019. And if you guys don't mind, I'd love to talk to you a little bit about that and how that experience has kind of shaped me and where I am and how I feel about where I am in my life right now. So a lot of you I know are familiar with the YMCA. Whether you went to Big Cove Camp as a kid growing up, your parents went to group fitness classes, or you grew up playing basketball at the community YMCA, learning from mentors who you still cherish to this day. Most of you have probably walked past the new building that's coming up from what once was that giant hole in the ground on South Park Street in Sackville, on that corner there. For those of you who aren't familiar, the YMCA, I believe, is truly a great organization and a wonderful place to be. I grew up in a military family, so we moved around a lot. My mom was a warrant officer in the Canadian Armed Forces in the Army, so I wasn't always given the opportunity to grow up in one place. A lot of times when people ask me, where are you from? I didn't have one straight answer, because the truth was I was from a lot of different places and a lot of different towns, and small military bases had shaped who I was growing up. But one constant that I had during that experience was a facility called the Military Family Resource Center. And that was a community center that included things like a library and a youth zone and a daycare, childcare facility, and a multi-purpose fitness facility where people could come together. And I always felt that I had a home there, no matter which city we happened to be stationed in. I could go to that MFRC, I could look for that logo, and I knew that I would be welcome there and I would be safe there, and I could grow and learn and become more of who I was. And one of the main reasons why I wanted to start working with the YMCA is because when I applied for the job and I started learning more about this organization, I found a lot of those same similarities. That the YMCA is a place that no matter where you're from or what you're doing, regardless of your age, race, socioeconomic background, ability level, you are welcome there. There's a place for you there. And I have seen that since I've started working there, proven time and time again. And it's something that I also find mirrored in the Halifax social network community. So I consider myself very fortunate to be part of a really dedicated team who wants to strengthen and protect and grow that sense of belonging throughout the YMCA. As I said, we are building the new John W. Lindsay YMCA that's going to be opening in fall 2019. And we are aiming to make it a place where everyone is welcome, where it's accessible. We will be continuing to offer financial assistance, which is something that I didn't even know, though I did, until I started working for them, but they do that. There's subsidized membership costs so that no one is turned away from becoming part of that community just because they might not be able to afford it. And I think that there are a lot of really great things that the YMCA is doing. And I think that they mirror a lot of the great things, again, that the social network is doing. So I wanted to kind of conclude my piece tonight by telling you that in the past 6 months, since I've become a member of the Halifax Social Network, I've been continually inspired and in awe of this Halifax Social Network community and the work that you guys have done and the way that you've connected people in Halifax. You are an incredible group of thinkers and doers, shapers and movers, and you have a vast array of experiences and perspectives, and the way that you so freely open, or the way you're so open about sharing those experiences and those perspectives is really moving to me, and I really appreciate it, and I'm very grateful. And I want to tell you that I'm really proud of each and every one of you for the work that you're doing to build and shape community in impactful and meaningful ways. And so again, I'm going to conclude my piece by saying thank you for all that you do for our community and ask for your help. As I said, we are opening a new facility in downtown Halifax. We want it to be a new center of community. We want everyone to feel welcome. We want it to be a facility where we can encourage and empower the members of our community. So if you have any ideas, any thoughts, any feedbacks, you guys are doing this incredible work all throughout our cities in many different roles. So yeah, I'd love to know how you think the YMCA is addressing the needs of your community, or how we're not addressing those needs. What we can change, what we can do better, how we can better serve these communities. We want to make sure that we're committed to providing access to programming and resources that serves the needs of our community and empowers each individual in them. So if you have any ideas on how we can do that better or more sustainably, I'm all ears. I've left some of my cards on the bar, or also just come talk to me. I'm going to be here all night. Yeah, and that's about it. So thank you guys so much for your time, for listening to